Hey guys, I've decided to post an update video on Missy the Crolly doll. I named her Missy. She is a Crolly doll, and if you haven't seen it, there's already a part 1 video where basically we sort of wash her and talk about her. But for now, I wanted to do an update because first of all, I found her this adorable little outfit. Now this is for a child. 9 to 12 months. It's quite big on her, but I managed to sort of how would you say, edit it or like fix it so that it fits her nicely when she's standing or sitting. I really wanted to get red and white because she does have her original red shoes and she came with these lovely socks, so I thought it just really looked right. So I guess I can't remember last time if I showed you guys this, but what I've done is after all the washing and conditioning, what I did was I took an old t-shirt, I cut it up into just little strips and basically sort of took her hair and sort of rolled it up and tied it. And I have left it like this for about 2 or 3 weeks now, I think. But like you can already see her hair is so shiny. I don't know if that's really coming through. Compared to when we first found her, it was really dull. So I'm going to be taking those out today. Yay, very exciting. But first, before we do any of that, I wanted to do a last minute things before we finish her hair. So one of them was, I was just in the middle of doing her eyes. So very, very light amount of, I like to use like an acetone free nail polish. And basically, it's kind of hard to show with just one hand. But basically, you just sort of rub over the eyes just a little bit, nothing crazy, because her eyes are actually really clear. Just kind of try to do the same. Now, obviously, if she's sitting up, that's much easier because her eyes are open, but just for the sake of this video, that's roughly what I do. And I mean, there's not actually a whole lot after coming off. I don't know if that's going to focus for me. But either way, like, I mean, after the amount of washing that we did on her last time, it was just like bits of dust, really. So, the next job we have is eyebrows. So, right now she kind of has a bit of a Mona Lisa look going on. She does not have any eyebrows left. So, on one of my other Crolly dolls, who I haven't shown online yet, but I will be getting to her soon, she has her full brows. So what I've basically tried to do is sort of kind of trace them just on paper for my own self. I tried a few different browns and then I found the brown that sort of fit. But what I've come to learn really is that, I mean, the eyebrows were drawn on by hand, so there's definitely, I don't need to worry about them being perfect, because on the one that I was sort of tracing from, I don't know, you can kind of tell here, one was up higher than the other. So like, I'm just going to draw her new brows basically with the closest color pencil I could find to the other doll, which is this one. And then we're going to kind of hope for the best that works out. So, because when we washed her last time, we did very lightly scrub her skin with the magic eraser. I'm hoping that will also be useful to hold the pigment from the pencil, which is an aquarelle pencil. It's like a watercolor pencil. So I will come back right after trying and show you guys the results. So hopefully this is the last you will see of her beautiful eyebrowless face. Okay, so I've decided to enlist the help of one of my other gorgeous Crolly girls, who I haven't done anything with yet. This is her original face. And as you can see, she has quite a lot of blush. Her lips are quite pale. And she has her original eyebrows. So I thought while I'm trying to figure out with my little template her eyebrows, it would be kind of helpful to have her sister with me. So yeah, wish me luck. So if you are happy with your pencil lines, these are just very faint with the brown pencil. What I'm doing next is I've taken a selection of different brown markers, sort of testing their color and deciding on which one you want to use. So I think I'm probably going to go with the slim part of this Design Works pen. I mean, I have so many pens at this stage, I don't know which one is which, but that's that one. So I really want to do just a very fine line just to almost even be thinner than this, just because the vinyl is old, and if there is any sort of spreading of ink, I don't want it to blow out. So I'm just going to be cautious and keep in mind that less is more. So wish me luck once more as I go and give this girl her permanent brows. Woohoo! Okay, I'm actually really pleased with that. They're not perfect, but then again, neither are these. They were all done by hand. Like, one there is way higher than the other. So yeah, these were all done by hand anyway. So in a way, it's just sort of doing what was originally done to her, but maybe with a different tool. That's all. So I actually feel really happy with that. I feel like she has a bit more of an expression now. So the next call of duty or order of duty is going to be taking our chalk pastels. Dun, 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 dun. What we're going to do is take out, I have to kind of clean these off a little bit as well, but we'll take out, what I'm thinking this will probably be the main bulk of the color we're going to use. Now I probably wouldn't have picked this pink, but because I'm just looking at her, and that is a very similar shade to this. So I'm thinking what I might do is take some of this and just a little bit of maybe something paler, maybe just a little bit of this, or maybe even some yellow. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a knife, and I'm just going to get some clean powder from the two, and after I do that I'll be right back. Like so. You basically just want to get some of the nice clean color, and you want to take any old brush really. This is just a cheap acrylic paint brush from the pound shop. You get like 10 of them in a packet for €2 or €3. And basically the principle of this is like a powder blush, like a person would put on their own face, of course, using a lot more expensive ingredients. But the idea is sort of the same. Hopefully that will focus for me. So I've put a bit more of this color, and I'm going to add in some of this lighter skin color. Basically just sort of mix them up until I'm kind of happier that they're a slightly more diluted pink. And basically you just kind of just play, like you can kind of see on the paper the color it's going to be. And I think, yeah, I think that's really good. I might even put in a tiny bit of yellow just to offset how harsh it is. So, un momento. The tiniest bit of yellow. I'm just going to sort of put in just to, I don't know, it seems kind of harsh. Just going to gather this all up now. I don't want to add all of the yellow in straight away. Kind of a nice, almost peachy color. Because I don't necessarily know if I want to go with that exact color that's on the other girl, because it's quite pink. I mean, not a color, like this is sort of a paler version. I think I like that actually, the way it is. I take just a little bit of more of the pink, just a little. I will mix this properly off camera, of course. I'm just trying to give a rough idea of what it is I'm actually doing. It's kind of hard while you're holding a phone in one hand, of course. So I will mix this a little bit better, and then we will start putting it on. Oops. So I am really happy with this. I think that it's a little bit more salmon-y, and the reason I actually like that more is because this girl has a bit of a different skin tone to this other girl. She's quite pale. So I think that this almost peachier version of the blush will actually suit her a bit better, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip into my powder. And as you can see, like she has a lot of blush on. So the entire kind of apples of the cheeks is where we want to concentrate. So I'm just going to, yeah, you're going to get some fallout with powder. That's okay. And the good thing with this is if you don't go too dark the first time, you can always come back and sort of redo or add. Now I'm not sure how well this is coming up on camera, of course, But I can see with my own eyes, like definitely a nice blush. So it's sort of a gentle blush. It's not quite as harsh. Although now that I'm looking at her, actually, I'm kind of wondering if a little dash of this straight sort of really just rubbed in wouldn't hurt, like just for the real appley part of the cheek. Like there, yeah. Like personally, me with my own makeup, I am not someone who wears a lot of makeup. So if I tried to do that on my own face, I would look kind of scary, I think. Basically, it's almost like a human blush, really. You just sort of want to gently powder it in. Yeah, that's actually really working. I don't know how well that's coming up. Might have to do 2 or 3 applications of this. I think that's actually probably... Now, some people would mix this with water, actually. I don't know about that. I'd rather take my time and have to do it 2 or 3 times than do it once and have it really, really like too bright that I can't get rid of. So you know, less is more sometimes, and then you have to sometimes just be patient to get the look that you're going for. Okay. Yeah, okay. And of course the lips. I mean, for the lips, I think actually pretty much this color, because it's not too strong. But saying that, I'm going to take some of this brighter red. I'm going to attempt to do this with one hand. I'm just going to attempt to sort of shave off. Oops. Just. Now, it doesn't have to be a fancy knife. Literally, any knife really will do. So we're just going to take a little bit of that red. Add it in with our pink. Oh yeah, that's quite nice. Again, I have no idea how good this looks through my phone. But yeah, it actually looks really nicely pigmented, kind of red. And I mean, yeah, I can see a difference. It's more subtle. Hopefully, I might try another application in a minute just to see. For now, I kind of just want to concentrate on her lips. So you're going to get some fallout again, but that's okay. I don't want her lips to look like really glossy or anything, because I just want them to look childlike and sort of innocent. And you can, of course, keep blowing away any excess powder as you're working. like that. Oh yeah, that's really nice. And the fun part about this really is you get to basically be a bit of an artist, because you can kind of mix your colors. And what I love is like these old dolls, I mean, their faces are vinyl, so they do tend to take on these lighter hues pretty well. You don't necessarily have to paint, because I think painting on is lovely too, of course. But sometimes you do lose the sort of subtleness of, we'll say, the brows. Like mine are a little bit more sharp. But I think maybe in a little bit of time as well, they might fade ever so slightly. Well, if they do, they do. I'm just happy she has kind of got brows now, because she looked kind of sad without any brows. Do you know, I actually really like this color. Oh yeah, it's not coming up so much on camera, but it's really like sweet and natural looking here. I'm just going to take that off. Yes. Here we go. Do you know, I'm going to take a little, just a very little, very gentle, tiny bit of the red. And again, I think I'm just going to incorporate it very gently on the apples of the cheeks. And then just very gently rub. Yeah, that's really sweet. A bit too much powder there. Yeah, this is perfect. Oh, that's so nice. I know the sunlight here is sort of starting to go in. This probably is not showing up half as well as I'm seeing with my own eyes, but guys, this is actually really working. Okay, yeah, I don't want to go overboard. Okay, so just to really highlight the cute roundness of her face. Yeah. Just a little. Very little. And I mean very, very little. Just a very gentle. She's blinking at me. Yeah, just a really gentle. And again, if this is too subtle, just keep going in, keep adding layer by layer, just very gently. But this is definitely my favorite way with old vinyl as well. It's a bit more gentle than trying to paint on or using human blush, which actually has a lot more ingredients in it than just basically just chalk. So at least with this, you kind of know what you're putting on the face, rather than we'll just say whatever brand makeup you use on your own face, which is great because all of those ingredients are for humans, but are they any good for dolls, especially vintage dolls? So I think I might just add, just really go wild on the apples. Yeah. And this is great too. This is why it really doesn't matter, as long as your brush is clean, it really doesn't matter what type of brush. You don't have to go out there and buy like a super expensive makeup brush. There's no need. And because we did clean her face before with a very light rub of the magic eraser, it just sort of helps. It helps to hold the little pigment of color that you're adding. Now again, if you want this, just keep doing this with your colors. Just keep doing it. Or even maybe attempt it a little bit wet, because you will definitely get more of a color, but more of a stain. So I'd rather go with less is more and add, and then go uh-oh, stage one, I didn't want it that bad or that bright. So, you know, you can just start off a little bit gently. So it's just blending like you would with your, well, maybe not quite with your own face like that. Yeah. So basically this is the gist of it. I might add a little bit more red to those lips, but I'm really happy. She looks a bit more lifelike now with her brows and her little bit of blush. So we're going to say goodbye to this lady for a while now, because she's going to be getting her own video at some stage. But we are going to start attempting to take down her hair today as well, because I really want to finish her look today and just have her done. So let's see how we get on with that. So I've kind of started to undo the very first knot. I had to do that off camera, guys, sorry. Basically, we're just going to, you can see the way that I twirled it up using the fabric. So hopefully we might get, I didn't really want like perfect curls for her. I just wanted maybe to do like a more traditional way of doing hair, which is with pieces of cloth. So, okay, that's pretty. Yeah, there's one. Now we're going to be brushing that out and everything as well. So I've got an entire head of this to do, so we will be right back. It's almost time for the big reveal, but I just wanted to stop for a second just to show these adorable curls. They came out so well. And that's basically what you use. It's just strips of a t-shirt or any old cloth that they're throwing out. And oh my goodness, that's so cute. But I will be brushing it out because I have, it's not quite the look I wanted for her, but I just had to show how cute these little curls are. They turned out so well. So we're about to style her and give the final big reveal. Exciting. OMG. I can't believe how well her hair turned out. It's so soft. Yeah, I mean, basically I kind of had like the old movie Annie in my head for her. I don't know why. And then the red dress sort of happened. But she's absolutely perfect. OMG. I am so excited just looking at her. And from this angle, you can kind of see the blush a bit better. You can see where it's sort of red and almost pink tinted. Like the mixture does that. The mixture of the different powders gives you that sort of almost like a translucent effect, or it's like really, you know, skin-like, I suppose. I did put a tiny dash of it just in the very top of her eyes, just to add a little bit of depth as well, but not really much. And her lips, yeah, they look more reddish. I can't believe her hair. She's absolutely adorable. Oh my goodness me. She's done, guys. She's done. I can't even. I just can't. Like, I had to stand her up just to show her with her eyes and everything open. She's so cute. I'm really glad I went for the cheek color because it just sort of suits her skin tone better, I think. I don't know, she just looks like a little kid that's come running in like, Mom, you know, hey, I was playing chase with someone, you know, like kind of flustered or flushed. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Gosh, her hair. I just can't believe her hair, because when I got her, her hair was so dry and wiry and just not pretty. Now it's just turned out. I'm really, really happy. Like, that just goes to show the quality that went into making these dolls, like the materials and everything. They're all just yeah. I'm just so impressed, honestly, and I'm just so happy with her. I'm really impressed with the quality of the doll. I'm not sure if the cardigan is really doing anything for her, but the dress is sleeveless and she just looked a bit bare, so I thought, even if it's just for winter, we'll pop her little cardigan on. Anyway, that is Missy's transformation complete. My goodness me. I have a few more Crolly dolls that will be turning up in some videos. One in particular I will be leaving until last. She is not in good condition, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting to her. But I have two other girls first that are going to be just quicker and easier to do because they don't need that much work. And you've already seen one of them very quickly. So, including the mess I've made in the kitchen, there's Missy.